2 points.
Any ATM. Visit our Easy Pay Everywhere branches for more information. Easy.
Lhoza WamaMfene is all about your health matters. Join me every Wednesday on social crossover with Lhoza WamaMfene.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of August, 2023. Nyanga yethupa ngesixhosa. In case kanti bungayazi bayithi na Somachiza is here. Fresh already. Phathele swine flu. Somachiza, good morning and thank you for joining us.
Morning, Lhoza. Good morning.
I'm blessed, thank you. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good morning to you and good morning to your listeners. Thanks for having me.
Siyabulela. Somachiza, sininzi inhlobo ze-flu.
Yeah.
Sininzi and sikulo season. Sifuna ukuqonda ngale kuthiwa i-swine flu. Silwa nemimoya but ke sesilapha and kuyafuneka ngokuba zonke ezi zinto sibe nokwazi ke ngoncedo lwakho ukuzi unpack so that we can understand them.
Yeah.
And remember the aim yale feature is to educate abantu ngakumbi into ezidibenisene nezempilo. So i-swine flu le ithe yaqhambuka kwiphondo leMpuma Kapa na last week ke beke wathethwa ngayo xa ndilandela i-articles kumaphepha ohlukeneyo. Yintoni i-swine flu?
Hey, abantu bahleli bengayifuni nehafu. Ayifuna uphuma sithini.
Iyathethisa into yakho phakathi. And ke le nto yoba bheke selwandle sathwana but ke si-unpackele yintoni le nto iqhambukileyo.
Okay. So just I think masiqale kuloo ndawo ayinanto kwenza nanyama yahagu, guys, you know. Masiqhubeke esityeni hagu abatyayo. It would have, you know, it's a scientific thing, is where with the different strains of flu,
Sure.
they do affect mammals as a whole. So it can affect, say, birds, it can affect horses or pigs, right?
Sure.
And there might be a transmission between species. So in this type of thing, right? But this is not the case here.
Okay.
Infection or transmission happens between humans. It's not between pigs. But the strain would have first been identified, the H1N1 strain would have first been identified in pigs many moons ago, right?
Okay.
But its transmission is between human beings. It is a form of influenza, or what we call flu. So sizamane ke sithetha mhlambi nge-swine flu, siphinde sithethe nge-normal flu.
Okay.
Xa sithetha in the next 10 minutes or so.
Sure.
Yeah, it is a form of flu nayo. And carries very similar symptoms. So umdu will have a fever or high temperature. You know, you might have the runny nose, you might have the cough, you might have the tight chest where it's difficult to breathe. And some people will have like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. These might be mild, moderate to severe.
Okay. Phulaphula bangabeqaba nathi nqobeni ngicona noSimachiza sithetha nge-swine flu. Kuba African swine flu, is it African? But anyway,
Asian. Awufuni Asian flu, ikhona into ekuthiwa Asian flu.
Okay. Kodwa ke okubalulekileyo sifuna sikwazi into yobana kube khona uqhambuko lwesi sifo apha eMzantsi Afrika, outbreak in South Africa, and ke kwaba khona ke indawo ezichaphazeleka kakhulu ke nezinye. And also I remember bekubongozwa amafama to provide some level of, you know, ukugada and just dibene nazo nehagu zazo nayo yonke into. Kodwa ke si-unpacka loo nto leyo benzela abaphulaphula abaqalayo ukuba nathi enkqubeni. So uthi Somachiza, i-contagious, right? It's a disease that moves quickly.
Yes. So
from one pig to another?
No.
Or from M20 to M20?
It's person to person.
Okay.
It's person to person transmission. So it's what we know already. It's through sneezing, coughing. So if someone has flu, they must wear a mask, guys, please.
Okay.
And stay away from work or school or from other people. So you must isolate or quarantine yourself up in if they notice that one child is sick, the sick child must stay away from school. Not the healthy ones, right? So the one who's sick is the one who's
quarantine.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the one who must quarantine, because that one is the one who carries the risk of infecting other people. Like we said, it's contagious and highly infectious.
And asweleke Simachisi?
Mandiphendule futhi Lhoza, I think Linda, the person who has flu or swine flu is contagious as long as they have symptoms.
Okay.
Right? So if you're asking how long should I stay at home, you stay at home as long as you have symptoms. Until you are symptom free for about 24 hours, then you can come back. Or you are not contagious if you have not had symptoms for a whole day. Yeah.
Bendibuza into yobana yeah, especially abantwana.
Yes. Unfortunately, symptoms can become severe. So one, you can have normal flu, which eventually turns into swine flu, and you can have mild swine flu, which eventually becomes moderate and becomes severe, to an extent that you might need hospitalization. This is very rare, right? So most cases don't even need an intervention of a pharmacist or doctor or nurse. Okay. Some cases will need intervention of over-the-counter medicines.
Okay.
So you must go and just get some paracetamol and that sort of thing, and medication to treat your symptoms. But some cases out of this pool might become so severe that this person now needs hospitalization, and that the doctors might fail in the hospital and the person dies. So what are we talking about? We're talking about people who had severe diarrhea and ended up being dehydrated, you know. We are talking about umntana, uyambona, this child is no longer responsive, you know, very lethargic, utyhafile. Please take this child to the hospital. If you delay on these things, then there's more chances that the disease condition becomes severe.
Okay.
The earlier you treat, the better. So at the onset of symptoms, at the first you know, treat at the first sign of symptoms.
So suhlala uziva ba unento engathi ayisincedisi kule randi low into yoba ele kuvubona ngathi kukho into engathi ufuneka ukhawuleze uyoyijonga, kodwa ke kuyanyanzeleka senze ngolo hlobo because izinto ngoku kulula uba bekho just nje isifo kusulelane omnye nomnye ingakumbi sokuchaphazela into ethi nasezikolweni, and nomama uyakwazi uyithatha emntaneni fanele the whole family isulelekile, and xa ingatritwayo ingahambe ide umuntu imbulale umuntu. How is it related to pneumonia?
It might complicate. Might complicate. So no, there's no direct relation. It's just that if you have flu, you know, we know that you might end up having a chest infection, a bacterial infection, because flu is a viral infection. Swine flu is a viral infection. But because you have it, you might end up having a bacterial infection. So the phlegm that comes out of your chest, you can see that it is a greenish or yellowish color. Or if you blow your nose, your mucus has that greenish yellowish color. So we know that now your sinuses are infected.
Okay.
At this point, the doctor might decide to prescribe you antibiotics.
All right.
The antibiotics are to treat the sinus infection, the throat infection, or the chest infection. They don't treat the flu, right?
Okay.
And then that, if not treated, again can complicate and to a case where now you have pneumonia, and that follows another route of treatment. It's a whole disease condition altogether.
So ubangaba uyakhohlela, une-fever, sore throat, zonke zona stuffy nose, runny nose, body aches, headaches, chills, fatigue, yonke loo nto leyo zimpawu ezo. So umntu uzathi hayi wethu yiflu, kodwa iyafuna into yobana mayijongwe ngoba izipresenta ngolo hlobo.
Yes.
Yeah. But abantu basemngciphekweni, abanye abantu by risk, I'm thinking of abantu chronic diseases. Mhlawumbi ngabapha abanye abantu abano
pregnant woman.
Okay.
Pregnant woman. And lately, you know, the new evidence we are seeing from this pandemic is that it actually affects abantu besingabacingelanga. The people that end up dying is actually the younger people.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what we end up seeing with pandemics. You know, if you see with the COVID pandemic, we're saying, hey, you know, it seems to take people in the ages 30 to 45, maybe, you know, around that age group, where we would have thought that more elderly people would have passed on during COVID. kusweleka abantu that are in mid
balapha phakathi. So mhlawumbe nabantu bungumuntu one-asthma, bungumuntu unezazigulo ezifana no-fibromyalgia, your lupus, ezifana i-immune system yakho ihleli i-work against you. But nombuzo nje ndizoba clear, I'm hoping umphulaphula ekhaya naye uclear lento. Ezi strains uthela ngazo H1N1 blah blah blah. Umuntu othi bendi-vaccinated and ndandiyenzile ne-flu vaccine, ndandiyenzile ne-COVID and indown, I've got my shot. Are they more likely to be safe okanye?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So we did say that you can have the normal flu, which then eventually turns into swine flu.
Okay.
So, if you're vaccinated against the normal flu, I think you are a little, I can't put it into a percentage, but the risk is less.
Okay.
The risk is less because you have your flu shot.
Sure.
So I think at this point we can advise people to go to the pharmacy. Just by the way, it's free if you have medical aid. It comes from a separate benefit.
Okay.
So you must go, the pharmacists do have stock. If you don't have medical aid, again, it doesn't cost too much. It's less than 200 rand. And with Germany, just Lhoza, we don't want to put abantu who have not identified themselves to have asthma and other, but they are safe.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's something called virulence. Virulence talks about the strength of the virus, right? There's also the immune system. Asikwazi, you are 40, you are 35, and you think we're all right, but it might be that your immune system is not in the best shape. And it might be that the virus of Ifumana is very virulent or highly virulent, and you might end up having a very bad experience with it.
It is 8:34, 2nd of August, hashtag Rwanda. Yena ke namhlanje siza kwesijonga umcimbi we-swine flu ethe yabe kanti ke iyathanda uqhambuka apha eMzantsi Afrika njengoba usazi uba sihlala singasemoyeni. So namhlanje we're unpacking that, so you can just now ke utext Ask Rwanda. Uchiwa ke, let's just ask Rwanda. So senza loo nto ke namhlanje mphulaphula uba ngaba ke uno-fever engapheliyo ngoba abantu okokoko kugulwa somachiza kuthethwa ngezinto and abantu like aliyalo nyaka itheni kukho athi khona last night read umuntu uFacebook sithi unoba une-COVID Pro. Was on your table, no COVID light, was COVID light, get pressure on that. Yeah, I'm like, I did a COVID Pro. I'm like, what is this? So, everybody was diagnosed and I want to learn COVID Pro because I pay your catches. So, we are saying once Ibek and Mshambi, we are born by or you've been treating le flu yakho, kakuyo icheki shahlezi kanti swine flu and kengoku uzawubeka emngciphekweni the entire family. And members of the family, ziphumayo ziyosebenza okanye abantwana babheka esikolweni, so we are spreading it. So noba wawuvaccinated noba utheni na kakuphinde uyitshekisha
100%. 100%. I'm with that.
Akusenzima. So imihlonyane yethu
okay.
Awuzingeni imihlonyane kaloku kufuneka yaqomba isimo somnotho irandi low
imali lokuhlonyana imali lipilisi kutheni sicingela I think siyayicingela le nto yalo mihlonyana bayitshisa
lokhu sinedwethi sihla sibhidwe ngweroni yayikati yiyo into esetyenziswayo and abantu bebe right ungakhange kube kanti because antibiotics and so mhlawumbi xa kunjena kuthi gqa izinto singazaziyo ezifana nezi pandemic maybe let's go back to ekuzanto zasetyenziswa ngabantu abadala bethu. So
so I'll speak on this and that my position is that I don't like what has happened in the media or what is happening generally, where folk medicine or traditional medicine has been positioned to be against Western medicine, or where Western medicine has been positioned to be against traditional medicine. It just means that I am not andizukwazi to comment on it, but andikwazi ukuthi I am against it. Why? Because I talk about dosages, I talk about dosage frequency. So ngoku andiyazi uba Xa usebenzisa umhlonyane usebenzisa amagqabi amangaphi, uwasebenzisa kangaphi
Emanzini amangakanani, uphila kangakanani.
kufuneka abilile, uyasebenzisa istrainer okanye uyiselina la magqabi, uyawahlafuna la magqabi okanye yebo. So ifuna umuntu ofundele laa nto azokwazi ukunika the full information.
Okay.
Andizuthi umhlonyane
awusebenzi
qha
but nawe awukhawusela
hayi
awukhule ngohlonyana alwana ukhule ngohlonyana wena
kasetyenziswa endlini ekhaya akhange kusetyenziswe.
imphosile ke umother because bendibonile ngengiyambuza uba umhlonyane lo.
No. It wouldn't be a bad thing, you know.
Sure.
I would share that experience if I had it. It's just that unfortunately I don't have that experience.
Okay.
And it wrong. As long as the person knows what they are doing.
Ekwazi uyicacisa.
Yes. Umuntu angazibona egaxaleke phaa kuthiwa yitya igarlic. Then ke ngoku uyazibuza uba okay, ndiyayiweya le garlic. How many grams? Ndithini, ndiyayinqunqa, ndiyayihlafuna, you know, funeka ndiyibilise amanzi wayo. How much? You know, and also what I want to, you know, ndandikhe ndayotya intlanzi kwenye indawo, kwezi ndawo ke zikanokuthi. Ndafumanisa imenu phaa ithe uzuyazi ke uba ezi ntlanzi aziphumi emtshinini, ziphuma elwandle.
Okay.
Kungathi xa ujonge umedium wakho,
ujonge
low medium uma hey aba medium medium man. Okanye xa ujonge no large, because kaloku izinto siye sayozilobelwandle ayisithi abadecidayo. Uyabo? What do I mean by this? I'm making an analogy. When it comes to natural substances, kubakho a percentage potency. It means that igarlic ekhulele egadini kaLhoza negarlic ekhulele egadini kaLwanda azifani xana sinojonga incindi yazo nokubana how much of the active ingredient is there. So kuba nzima ke ngolhlobo to dose natural herbs and the likes, because the people who are doing it abayenzi ngolhlobo befana bayenza ngalo, sebeyenza kwabona because befana uyakwazi ukuxelela uba le yam igarlic is don't percent potent. Ekabantu bane don't percent potent. So kule yam xa uyisebenzisa usebenzisa umlebo oyi-1 kanti kokabani xa uyisebenzisa umlebo ube ne-half njalo njalo. So we are just here to inform, you know, and so that when you make the decision, you're making an informed decision, an educated decision.
Okay. Ayike kutsho somachiza ngokwakhe kodwa ke into esithela ngayo namhlanje nobana uba ngaba uyaziqaphela uba uneflu ngathi ayiyeki khaya uyitshekisha just in case ukuthi kanti yiyo. Impawu ke sithethile ngazo zeziya uzaziyo xa umuntu enomkhuhlane besele sizibalile. Dibanana ke no somachiza wakho akuncedise kuloo nto leyo kanye nogqirha wakho. Ungahlali sinento siyifunda njengoba simane sibanazo nje as features that suhlala unento ongayiqondiyo umzimba wakho uyacommunicate nawe ukunike into ethi nansi warning sign. So hamba uyoyisabela ugqirha azokwazi ucacisa sohlala in case it kanti into ezawuba ixake ngomso. Right? Yep, that's it. Sicima ke umcimbi swine flu subeke ecaleni yitye yakho xa ufuna itye yakho.
Yes.
Inyama yakho kanani bazi bona bavuka ngembeko wenyama this morning yehagu ayityi yakho ubayeka abangayityiyo wotya yakho. Swine flu got nothing to do. It was first more 1800s 1900s.
I don't know the year.
Yeah, khona into etsho bekenadibana 1918 in fact. Swine influenza was first observed in 1918 in the USA. Yeah, gqitha ke Hungary, China, blah 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 blah. But ke ngoku sithetha ngale abantu ibagulisa kangaka umbuzo uthi masingazi diagnose again COVID pro no COVID light and asibayekeni manje basincedise.
I think wathetha ngala virulence ilanguage nje yasekhasi echoy ba hey lena yakho
ile nokho levels kumkhulu wazo. All right, so Machiza, let's leave it there for today. Thank you so much for your time. Siyabulela.
Thank you.
All right, so Machiza #Skulwanda uyafumaneka ke Facebook. Umuntu ke othanda uba khona nasemaphepheni mvanje. In a good way, in a positive stories. Sifumana phi so Machiza Epicchemist?
The chemist is on Amaway shopping complex on Amalinda Main Road. It's opposite the Shell Garage. So uzanifumana pha uzawufika izathi Lwanda's Pharmacy.
Islands.
So it was. Ufike phakathi ndithethe noLwanda xa ufike pha.
usho uba umnumzana uXabiso akuncede kwangokwakhe ndikhe ndathi thina ejoyo uncedwa ngulo mntu wayo. Okay, all right. Ayithi ke loo nto xa ufike ngekho awuzuncedwa mphulaphuli?
No.
Yeah, yancedwa ngumntu wonke. Amaway, Malinda Main Road, Lwanda's Pharmacy ikhona. Okanye ke uba ngaba wena awukho seMonti ungakwazi ke utshekishe uFacebook #AskLwanda page uthethe naye akwenzele indlela ongafumana ngayo. 20 rand qha mos diagnosis.
E-consult. So you consult for 20 rand, and should you need a doctor's prescription, that becomes 200 rand for the script.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ukhona ugqirha esikhawuleze sikudibanise naye.
All right.
Akwenzele prescription yakho, and then you will.
Ubuzifana apha kwaLhoza's Pharmacy.
Uba ulapha eMonti. Uba ukho lapha eMonti.
Makuposwe kaloku. Makuposwe makufakwe izinto ziye.
Akho problem.
Okay. Think about that.
Technology yakho.
Yeah, think about that because
Oko hlele endlini simthi 1212 simphathele.
yeah, it will vary sure yafumana medication yakhe isuke kwa-AskLwanda kwaLhoza's Pharmacy Amalinda Amaway. Thank you so much Machiza for your time. Siyabulela. Hope to see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right, Dasolana Mkhatshana njengoba basi indithile masimkhuphe ke ngale ndlela.
Thina nje iqala ngokule nje